Hi, Daniel here. I just want to kind of explain some of the ways that you can compress time and get to your goals faster. And I'm speaking mostly towards financial goals in this video, but this could be applied to anything you're really trying to achieve. So there's really only three ways that you can really compress time. Like if you have a period of say like 10 years, you can do certain things that can make those, like if it takes, for example, I want to save up, just $1 million, for example, right? And I can do that over 10 years with investing and things like that. There's really only a few ways to make that go faster. And those three things are you can work harder, and you have to kind of be in a position where you're either either you have a job or you have a business. And let's just, you can either, let's just say you have a business in this point, you can work harder and move that business forward faster. Okay, that can compress time. So you can work smarter. So working smarter, examples of that are, for example, hiring people to do work for you, or perhaps paying for information in the form of a course, a book, anything like that. Or you can pay potentially for like coaching, basically paying people that have already figured things out on the same thing you're doing, and then instead of you having to stumble around and figure that out, you may save a buck or two, but you're going to lose a lot of money in the time that you're going to lose instead. So you can pay people for information to to unlock the secret, so you don't have to figure it out, and you can already know the answers, not have a lot of problems. You can avoid a lot of things, and kind of shortcut, as it were. So you can do that, or you can simply work more. Work more hours. And you can spend more time working on your business or in your job. So I mean, my favorites honestly is probably working smarter, to be honest, because I think that's where you're really going to get the most leverage compared to the other two options, which is working more and working harder. Because with those two things, you're really at the mercy of your own physical limitations as a human being. And that's something that I've come to grips with, and I'm still coming to grips with, is that me as a person, I can only really handle so many decisions. I can only handle so much stress. I only have so many hours in the day, and I'm kind of a finite resource in my own life. You can work more, but you really, like the average person, and as you get better, this can go up, but you really only have a few hours of the day, maybe in the morning, 3-4 hours, maybe 5 of really, where you're in a mental state where you have the mental capacity to make really, do the really work that's going to move the business forward, and make those decisions that's really going to move the needle. And everything else is just really and this is just true, it's just a proven fact that your brain gets, you just get less mentally capable as the day goes on. And so working more isn't necessarily going to give you're going to get much more diminishing returns. Same with working harder. You can work harder, push more, but you're still dealing with those same mental limitations, as working more. You can only push yourself so far without, I would say burning out is a real thing, really getting stressed out, overwhelming yourself, and then you're just not going to like what you're doing, and therefore you're going to not make as good of decisions and all sorts of other things. So my favorite is probably working smarter, and that would be in the form of hiring help and hiring or purchasing information and coaching and resources that are going to really basically eliminate a lot of thinking that you would have had to done, because somebody's already done it for you and they've got the answers, and you can just right away implement the solutions in your business. For example, just a couple years ago in the business that I'm in, there was just 4 people in the business, and and I personally was doing basically all of the marketing, most of it, and most of the marketing and most of the sales calls, if not the vast majority. And I was doing all that in that business. And then now because I've been able, just developing these skills as I go along, finding resources, finding teachings from other people, been able to hire a lot of those jobs out to where I'm pretty much just sitting more above all that stuff, and I have a bunch of other people. I've leveraged time. I've paid money for a bunch of other people's time to replicate myself. And in most cases, people, finding people that can do the jobs that I was doing, kind of part-time and kind of poorly, they're doing it much, much better than I am full-time. And thus we've gotten a lot more revenue, a lot more resources, because I've gotten information from people and parlayed that into people and then leverage time. So now my time is not being spent, but I'm paying somebody to spend their time working towards my goals, and it's towards their goals too because they're getting a paycheck. So that's I think the best way is to work smarter in the form of compressing time to get to your goals faster, because you can sit and struggle by yourself, but at the end of the day you're really limited by your own physical and mental and emotional capacities. Whereas if you work smarter, you can pay for other people's strife, pay for all the things they've already gone through, and pay other people to deal with and make decisions for you, and you're going to get to where you want to go a lot faster. So I hope that helped you. If you like this video, please hit the like button down below. Comment if you have any criticisms of this, if you have any suggestions, comment, anything else you want me to answer, anything else you want me to help you with, and subscribe for more value. And I'll see you in the next chapter. This is Daniel, and I'll see you later.